bouldering, that's climbing without belay ropes in jump altitude. In terms of coordination, acrobatics and athleticism, it's certainly the most demanding discipline in sports climbing. For the third time, the world's best bouldering athletes meet for a very special invitational, the Adidas Rockstars in Stuttgart. The city in southern Germany is home to many climbing fans. This weekend they gather in the modern Porsche Arena to cheer for 70 world-class competitive climbers from 20 different countries who demonstrate their incredible bouldering skills on artificial rock. And true to the motto, rock climbing meets rock music, Adidas Rockstars turns the top-class bouldering competition into a veritable rock show. And so it's time to take our first look at the action. This is the semi-final at the Porsche Arena, and Lukas Ennemoser climbs the first boulder. He has 5 minutes to solve the problem. Well, despite a huge effort, he can't top the boulder. The routes are very hard to select the best 6 out of 20 for the final. Local hero Thomas Shorty Taphorn starts a new attempt on boulder 2. And this time he can hold on to it. He's one of only 4 athletes who can solve the second boulder problem. The spectators and the band are enthusiastic. However, Shorty has too many attempts and just misses the final. Now fingers are crossed for Melissa Leneve from France. She can top 3 of the 4 semi-final boulders, but she also needs too many attempts, and like Shorty, finishes in 8th place. Back at the Porsche Arena, the Adidas Rockstars final is just minutes away. The athletes are focused. Everyone concentrates in his or her own particular way. One can feel the tension in the air, with victory at stake, as well as the lion's share of €20,000 prize money. Who will be one step ahead in the end? Six female and 6 male athletes from 10 different countries made it to the final round. World Cup shooting star Shauna Coxey from Great Britain. Overall bronze medalist for the Climbing World Champs 2012, Petra Klinger from Switzerland. 2-time overall lead World Cup champion Mina Markovic from Slovenia. 5-time German bouldering champion and Eurochamp silver medalist Julian Wurm. Akuya Noguchi from Japan, and the defending champion Alex Puccia from the USA. In the men's, triple boulder world champion Dmitry Sharudnov from Russia. 2-time World Cup champion Jörg Verhoeven from the Netherlands. Former competition climber Gabriele Moroni from Italy. Last year's winner and overall world champion Sean McCall from Canada. Top World Cup climber Yerny Kruder from Slovenia, and overall World Cup champion 2012 Rustam Gelmanov from Russia. And so it's observation time. The athletes have 8 minutes to look at the 4 final routes. They first have to climb 2 boulders in a rotation period of 4 minutes. Then 3 athletes advance to the next round on boulder 3 to determine the 2 best athletes for the super final, which will be battled out in a direct duel. The heat is on. After finishing the semis in 6th place, Dmitry Sharavutnov starts first. A bit unusual for the 26-year-old Russian, blessed with success. The reigning Boulder World Cup champion and inaugural Adidas Rockstar also won the overall Boulder World Cup this year. Now he's reached the bonus zone, which is marked with red tape. Well, it's no surprise Sharavutnov can top the first boulder on his first attempt. A flash, the crowd is excited. On the other wall, Shauna Coxey enters the first women's boulder. The mandatory start holds are marked with blue tape. The 20-year-old Brit suffered from food poisoning yesterday and thought about withdrawing from the qualification, but then she battled through, hoping her condition would improve today. And now she's in the final and tops the first boulder. Well done, Shauna. Jörg Verhoeven is known as a lead specialist competition climbing undertaken without a rope, but the Innsbruck-based Dutchman is also a successful bouldering athlete with many podium places under his belt. He tops the boulder in his 3rd try. Petra Klinger is back to full strength after a recent injury. At the World Cup final in Munich, she ranked 7th and just missed the final. Here, the Swiss made it to the top 6 and has already achieved her goal. She can top the first boulder on her 4th attempt, and you can see how excited she is. Gabriele Moroni was the 12th person ever and the only Italian who repeated the Gulick milestone Action Direct, recognised as the world's first 9A route. He had his best World Cup season in 2009. Meanwhile, the 25-year-old rarely participates in competitions, but for Adidas Rockstars, he makes an exception. He chooses a different approach on this boulder. There's more than one solution, which makes this sport so creative. And Moroni nails it, another flash. Tiny Mina Markovic, whose predominant discipline is also lead climbing, surprised herself today in the semi-final, being one of only 4 women who were able to top every single problem. Well, it's looking good for the 25-year-old Slovene. She's a very controlled climber, and she's the first woman in this final round who masters a flash. As expected, the defending champion Sean McCall delivers a powerful performance. Bonus at first try, approach to jump, and the Canadian also flashes boulder number 1. Now all eyes are on Julian Wurm, the only German athlete in the final. It's her second attempt. This year she celebrated her first ever World Cup victory in Innsbruck. She's in top shape, and she successfully demonstrates that with this courageous jump to the top. Along with Jörg Verhoeven, Yannick Kruder is one of the tallest climbers among the finalists, and he ably takes advantage of his span. The Slovene needs fewer moves and only a few seconds to flash the problem. Akia Noguchi has failed twice, and now she risks the jump, and her courage pays off. Top on the 3rd try, she's still in with a chance. As winner of the semi-final, Rustam Gelmanov is the last to start. So far, the 25-year-old Russian who lives in Eindhoven lives up to his role as odds-on favourite. He also chooses a direct line, and it's a flash for Gelmanov. Alex Puccio's nerves are on edge. She knows that all the other girls have topped the first boulder. The American is already on her 4th attempt, and she can't seem to find the right position for a jump to the yellow hold. The crowd supports her, but Puccio greases off once again, and her time is up. That means the defending champion is far behind. Well, since 5 of the 6 men were able to flash the first boulder, there's a tie for first place. It now all comes down to the second boulder, as only 3 athletes advance to the next round. The crowd gets excited. Shauna Coxey leads the way. Boulder number 2 has a running start. She normally hates that, but this time she masters it perfectly. It's an energy-sapping boulder with powerful moves. The young Brit is as outstanding in this competition as she was in the World Cup. There's a flash for Coxey, despite stomach trouble. Petra Klinger can also show her strength on this boulder. She needed a second attempt for the running start, but now she's unstoppable and tops at 2nd try. After an unbelievable 13 tries, Mina Markovic finally manages the running start. Her jump seems a bit timid, but now the Slovene is in full control. She likes crimpy boulders. Her tiny fingers are very strong. And Markovic reaches the top on her 14th attempt. Now it's up to Jules Wurm to secure her ticket to the next round. Last year, the medical student came in 3rd behind Alex Puccio and Akicha Noguchi. She has the support of the German audience, of course. The 22-year-old climbs in a very controlled manner, and with this flash he even takes the lead. Next up is Akiya Noguchi. The Japanese masters the running start on the first try. Together with Austria's Anna Sturr, Noguchi is the most successful competitive bouldering athlete in recent years. She's won the overall World Cup twice. Her climbing style can be characterized as elegant and graceful. She can also handle tiny, tiny holds and crimps extremely well. And she's at the top hold. Flash for Akiya Noguchi. It's last appearance for Alex Puccio. Since all the other girls completed the first and second female problem, she's out. But the American has had a great season. Third place in the overall World Cup, victory in Arco last week, and a top on the way out. And so it's all set. Shauna Coxey, Julianne Vroom and Akiya Noguchi will battle it out for a spot in the super final.
This is one of the most exhilarating motorsport events in the world.
Oh my God! Surfer flip tsunami goes long distance on that one. It's the Cali roll.
Breathtaking stunts.
Whoa! Holy smokes, folks!
Adrenaline-filled atmosphere.
The vault, yes!
An intense and grueling competition not to be missed. Night of the Jumps 2015 on Edge Sport. It's time for the final event of the World Surf League. This is where a champion will be crowned. This is where dreams come true. Join the world's best surfers on the Hawaiian North Shore and witness them take on the world's most dangerous wave. The final showdown. The ultimate test. Who will be victorious? World Surf League 2015. The Billabong Pipe Masters. Live on Edge Sport.
First things first, we're taking something that started in Whistler and spreading the good times. We're headed here, then here, then here. The athletes, the trails, the super fans, and the next generation of mountain bikers.
Are you ready, people? Oh! Quick, 720 left jump!
Pack your bike and go.
And for the men, it's make or break. Dmitry Sharafutinov leads the way on Boulder 2, a very challenging problem, set to eliminate 3 world-class climbers. After a failed jump, the world champion tries the method feet first, but slips off the red hold. Jörg Verhoeven cleans the holds for his jump, but he greases off too. Will Gabriel Moroni master the crux? In the spotlight, your hands get sweaty, and this is looking good though. No, he must be really, really fast, but he can't hold the grip. Last year, Sean McCall solved a tie-break problem which seemed impossible at first sight. Can he manage the jump? No, but the Canadian won't give in. He gets the crowd worked up and tries the feet first method. Well, that was the closest so far, but unfortunately his time is up. Next in line, Yannick Kruder. Maybe he can score with his body height. He goes for the dynamic approach and he slips off as well. And so Rustam Golmanov has nothing to lose. He can only do better than his predecessors. And he does, however, under the current conditions, no one can top the boulder. Tie after 2 problems. Now the semi-final results come into play. Hence, Rustam Golmanov, Yannick Kruder and Sean McCall advance to the next round. Boulder number 3, the athletes start in reverse order to the current ranking. Akiya Noguchi enters the boulder backwards. The 2 yellow volumes on the little grey pyramid are the mandatory start holds. Now this is an interesting boulder. You need great flexibility. Noguchi is extremely flexible, of course, but she can't hold the grip. And after 7 attempts, her time is up. Next up, Shauna Coxey. Yesterday she wanted to pull out. Today she's just a boulder away from the super final. She also enters backwards. We see her third attempt. She got the bonus at first go. Green nail polish, matching the colour of her climbing shoes. And Coxey perfectly keeps her body tension and balance while turning around there. She has a lock on the red sloper. Now she's looking for a foothold, and she's back at the bonus hold. Now Coxey prepares for that crucial jump, and she can grip the yellow volume hold with only 3 fingers. That's unbelievable. What a show of strength. Now she'll make the top for sure. She learned from her mistakes in those previous attempts, obviously. Young Englishwoman from Runcorn claws her way into the super final, and the crowd in the Porsche Arena is thrilled. And Julianne Wurm heard those cheers. She knows that her friend topped the boulder. Now she has to outdo Akiya Noguchi to advance to the super final. And it's looking good. Wurm read the problem well. She manages the turn pretty much straight away. Now she clamps the bonus hold in her left hand. That's the decisive bonus point. Will the multiple German champion be able to flash this boulder? The spectators cheer for her, but she slips off. No problem for Jules Wurm. She can compete for victory in the final duel of the day. Great Britain against Germany. On to the third boulder for the men. Sean McCall climbs first. Last year he flashed every single problem in the final and deservedly won the title. He's the reigning overall world champion, meaning all 3 disciplines combined. He's bursting with energy, and he impressively demonstrates his power and skill on this route. For the final move, he doesn't even use his feet. He just pulls himself up to the top. And the audience celebrates the Canadian's performance. Jerne Kruder also wants to feel this energy and asks for the crowd's support. His consideration is an incredible demonstration of his strength. And an emotional release as he tops out. You can see these jigs throughout the semi-final. What will the Slovene do if he wins the competition, though? Rustem Gulmanov is the absolute opposite. He always looks so cool and restrained on the outside, although he might feel differently inside. The Russian Terminator, as some fellow climbers call him, must flash this problem to stay in the competition. It's a power boulder, but for Gulmanov, it seems to be a walk in the park. However, he doesn't take any risks, corrects his foothold to be safe. And he's got the top. The men tie again. Now the 2 super finalists are determined on a tie-break boulder. Rustem Gulmanov and Jerne Kruder both reach zone and will face each other in the final duel. And so to the super final, the all-dominant battle for victory. The atmosphere in the arena is electric. The Badastics play the Rockstar song live. Shauna Coxey against Julianne Wurm, head-to-head. A unique challenge and absolutely nerve-wracking for both. The routes are identical. Both athletes climb simultaneously without seeing each other. And whoever stands on top of the boulder and hits the buzzer first is the winner. Well, the 2 friends who regularly train together are almost neck and neck. Coxey reaches the yellow sloper first, but Wurm catches up. Who has the better power reserve to push herself up? Great Britain or Germany? It's so tight. But it's Juliane Wurm, the most successful German female competition climber, is the Adidas Rockstar 2013.
The entire competition went extremely well for me. This morning in the semi-final I came in third, and I was really happy with that and totally stoked that I made it to the final. The atmosphere this evening was amazing, and I did even better in the final. Last year I finished third and I thought that was my limit, and suddenly I found myself on the super boulder battling Shauna. It was great fun.
I didn't even expect to make it this far, and I couldn't be happier for Jule to have won. So yeah, she definitely had it today. She deserves first place for sure.
This is the men's super final. Yannick Kruder from Slovenia versus Rustam Gulmanov from Russia. Both athletes in top shape. They came in first and second in the semis. Gulmanov has more titles under his belt, but here they meet on a completely level playing field, and the heat is on. The boulder should suit them both. It's very physical and they can play to their strengths. Kruder gives it his all. He's never been closer to a win. Now he catches the yellow slope and perfectly absorbs the swing. Kruder's in the lead, only a few centimetres separate him from victory. And indeed, he tops first. Yannick Kruder is the Adidas Rockstar 2013.
I know I'm strong enough because I'm also competing in the World Cup. I was quite close to podium for several times, so I knew it's gonna happen someday, but I didn't expect it this time. I'm so happy that it happened here.
I'm not completely satisfied with my results, but Kruder is a very strong athlete and he can't prepare for all the problems. I think second place in this competition is a good season finish.
And to the final awards, the crowd celebrates Juliane Wurm. Climbing celebrity Alexander Huber presents the trophy and the winner receives €4,000. Yannick Kruder also cheered on like a rock star because he and Juliane Wurm both earned this title today. Let's see who will win it next year.